I'm not sure what I can get away with. So I'm going to say OF, and you're going to know what it means. But I did just recently see a video about a girl who does OF, and she does YouTube and other TikTok and things like that. She's a popular creator. And she asked a question, does every man want me, or am I just delusional? Was basically the gist of it. And it was kind of tongue-in-cheek, kind of done as a joke, but it made me think about who we are on here, on the platform. I've been in the top 1% of OF. I've been on there for 5 years. I am 53 years old. When I do my OF stuff, I usually do like hair, makeup, whatever. I've got lingerie on. I try to film in lighting that complements my body. I try to do things that flatter me, of course. When I go out to the grocery store, sorry, my bird is really opinionated this time of day. When I go out to the grocery store, I generally look like this. When I am working in my office with my blue light glasses on, I generally look like this. Do some men find that attractive? Yes. Do all men find that attractive? If I walk out to get my mail looking like this, is every man on the street going to slam on the brakes and be like, oh my God, look at that hot woman? No. I have never been recognized in 5 years of doing social media and OF. I've never been recognized in public. I have over 250,000 followers on X. No one's ever been like, oh, I know who that is. Ever. I think that to most people, we build a story that they're attracted to as time goes on. Because you don't walk through a farmer's market and you might look pretty, but you're not bringing that same level of desire as if you sent that guy a picture of you in lingerie or less every morning and did videos where you were talking about your fantasies and did, that there's this separation between what we do on camera and what we do in the world. For the most part, at least for me, I'm not going out to clubs and dancing with 7 women. I'm not hooking up with different men every weekend. I am very much a mom, and I cook and I do groceries and I have a bird and I'm normal and I like to go hiking. And I'm very much not what you would think of as being on OF. And a lot of women are not. They're nurses, they're x-ray technicians, they're teachers, until they get caught. And so it is an interesting point anyway, not hating on the girl who did the original post. She's very beautiful. And I am sure that men everywhere, when she walks into a room, are thinking she's really cute. She's really pretty. Do I think every man immediately desires her? Do I think every man looks at her and wishes they were with her instead of their wife or their girlfriend or their whatever? I don't know. I don't think so. Because I don't think that men are that. I think men notice pretty women, but I don't think that they are so lasered in that they lose all sense of everything rational when they see somebody who's attractive. I mean, you don't walk into a grocery store in a sundress and all of a sudden the man forgets that he was supposed to buy diapers for his kid. It doesn't generally work like that, except in movies. But it made me think of the image that I bring into the grocery store and the image that I bring into OF, or even the image that I bring onto YouTube compared to the image that I bring onto OF or even Instagram or some of my other platforms. It's an interesting thought. Like, what do people think when they see us? And a lot of people say, does anyone in your real life know that you're on OF? And yes, I did used to tell people, but they were always surprised. It was always shocking. It was never that makes sense. Or, yeah, I can see that. It was always a really. So I have no ego about this because I know I can hide behind my anonymity, and I know that I am not stopping traffic. But I'm making a nice living doing this, and I'm happy and I'm grateful for that. But the video gave me pause to think, what do people see? We get into this world of numbers where the reality is I post a selfie and 500 people like it in an hour. If I walked outside, nobody would care. Do I get compliments when I'm out? Maybe one a week. I'm not walking into a store and everyone's like, oh my God, I love your purse, I love your nails, I love your hair, your eyes are amazing. No, it's nothing like that. But online it is. And I thought about that in terms of being a 53-year-old woman who grew up without the internet, until I was much older. What's it like when you grow up as a social media influencer? When you're one of the Bop House girls, when you're one of these girls that are in their 20s or 30s and they've always been adored online. It's not like that in real life. And it's kind of interesting. And it just made me think about it. So I don't know. These are my thoughts. I'm having coffee and I just wanted to pop on and kind of talk about it because it made me think. And, it was just an interesting thought. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking about today. I love you guys. I hope you're having a fabulous day.